And I'm exhausted from eating too many cakes. I gave 3 away to some crying kids because that's just what you do if you hear crying kids. They're suffering because they want to share their toys and they want to go to kindy, but they're not really allowed because it's damn annoying. They got to stay apart for some reason. We're on level 3 with the COVID. Basically, we got to push out that mold that came from the neutron moon, and we're drifting away from the sun. We will come back around in an ellipse. So I did a lot of surveys and I got enough for $40. So it was many dollars. 40 surveys I had to do to get $40. But in saying that, some of them were $3. They gave me $3 if I could complete them. Some of them, you just couldn't complete them. It went into a foreign language and you couldn't find the push button link. So anyway, this is what I got. They're called Baked with Love. No, they're not. They're actually called Mrs. Higgins. And they're wrapped best before 25th of the 9th, 20. So I've eaten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10, and I'm diabetic type 2, so I'm supposed to have sugar, but the bottom of my feet will start peeling because of the ancient fungus that I've gotten from my old shoes. But if I fast from sugar and have cinnamon, my feet will heal and I will become whole. The downside of having too much sugar is it destroys your DNA, because your DNA struggles and all of your hairs, which are just like fingernails, they will turn to calcium, which is bone. The reason why you got white hair in your beard anywhere is because you're calcifying. You're going from fingernails, that's what hair is, it's just fingernails. You're going from fingernails to bones. So don't worry about it. We are turning into a bone. Once we all become a complete and utter bone, we'll be too stiff. And that's when you turn into a corpse. So, what makes calcium degrade? The answer is hydrochloric acid. So there's a primitive form of hydrochloric acid called vinegar. There's another version that has a healing property called ascorbic acid, and that is citric acid, and that is in lemons. You can consume that, or you can go have beer and get yeast infection. Very painful, and fasting from sugar is the secret. Now, some people put a lot of salt in their beer, and that forces your blood to produce chlorine gas, poisonous gas. So it can poison all the molds in your blood and take away the cancer. So salt's not bad, pretty good for you, as long as it's not too refined, because then you might as well just get chalk dust and farts. Puffing farts might be better than the wind, you know, because the wind is just what you're going to get, nothing. But if you go get some sea salt, filter it through a cloth or a chemical filter. Cloths will be fine. Boil it to kill all the turds that are in the sea. Distilling it might be good, but that's complicated. I have seen many witches get a cauldron, build a fire on the beach, get a bit of seawater, boil it, skim out all the shit, and then, just to take it off the heat, skim off all the shit that floats, and re-pour it, wash the cauldron, pour it back in, evolve the salt, evaporate the waters, and all these minerals and algae and good things and monoatomic shrimps and things, they will be in it. So that's krill, subatomic and monatomic creatures. You can cook those. It's just like having a barbecue. It's just like having crayfish on the barbie. It's microatomic, absorbing minerals and vitamins and proteins and all the good things, salad stuff, vegetable proteins, and all it absorbs into your body, it digests. The downside is that your body will start to think, well, why do I need to struggle, produce acid in order to digest? Why do I need to come up with these probiotics and positive germs and things? Why do I need to care for that? Well, the stomach has a mind, apparently. That's what I hear. So this is grossing me out. I mean, like, it's got fudge chunks on the inside. So, you know, once you've had 10, then you think, oh, I've only got 5 to go. I don't think I can do it. It's like, all this chocolate stuff will come out. And yet some people will think of chocolate as, You know, when I first got it, it was like, oh, it was a distant dream. There's something on the clouds, you know, is that a cloud? What is that in the distance? I haven't seen a cloud in years. And finally you smell it. It smells like cocoa. It's like that strange chocolate. Comes with like, you know when you get chocolate squeeze out sauce and it's thick, goes in ice creams. So that. So they just went and brought some chocolate squeezy juice out of squeezy bottles for milkshake machines, because I guess they had to shut down their restaurant. So Miss Brown, or whatever her name was, Miss Higgins, she had to do something with it, make fudge. So she's good at making fudge. But the problem is, what was she going to do? She's got all this bloody chocolate flavoured milkshake stuff. So she made some fudge. Well, it's not really fudge, it's choc fudge. So in here, fudge chunks. I made a few videos on the Smule. They made up a bullshit COVID before, called swine flu. They've been secretly doing something to make the economy work, whether it was buying up cocaine, selling it back to Spain. I heard the craziest shit that Donald Trump stole the moon. And this is whistleblower stuff, so don't quote me on it because I don't know for sure. But let's say that when that volcano was exploding and stuff and wherever, it's because there's 2 volcanoes. One, a receiver, boils it up, bubbles it up, gets all the good stuff. Another one is where all the lead goes to and spews out, produces heat. Maybe the one that produced the heat was the cooker. Maybe the one that just bubbled up, it was where the gold came out. I don't know. You're going to be looking at YouTube today? There's me, Mr. Big Face. My telomeres have changed. Something caused him to decay. I'll bet you it's my doctor who gave me metformin. Also, I've got these pills. There's a couple of letters, it's CO or something. Calcium oxide, don't know. But calcium oxide came out of me, made me rust. If anyone knows what that is, I don't know. What are statin pills? Research it. It made me have some forgetful times. When I was drunk, and booze, and stoned, I had a lot of side effects of smoking dope. There were times when I would stand and be by a cupboard and go, What was I going to do again? That's what I've been doing a lot. Be like, okay, get up, I know what to do. I'm planning on it. And I'm distracted by something. And so I drop it out of my mind. This thing I was going to do. My task. I'm standing around and I'm distracted by the cat or distracted by something else. What happens? I can't even see the old picture. You know, you have two hands. You can only juggle two hands. Now, what if you've had one on one hand, gone off to another? That was your task. But what did you do? Well, you dropped the other hand because you think, too much RAM stack, mind imploding, need to get new task on hands. Which hands put previous data in other pocket? Move present data into left hand, create new hand. So we're swapping RAM, grabbing a chunk, putting it in our left hand, grabbing a chunk, putting it in our left hand. Problem is, I've only got one left hand. We need 10 more left hands. These days, the world's so busy. We're busy with multitasking, many complications of tasks. I'd hate to see what those people on Star Trek have to do, eh? They'd be like, recording current status, putting on the back burner, and they'll have like this line of back burner tasks. Just like all of these that are in that box. Look at that. This is all I got left out of 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5, and this which I cannot even consume because it's just too filling. Well, I had 16. Gave away 3, so I ate 7. This being the 7th, I think. So I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, and I had an apple today. Thank God for the food bank. Are you too ashamed to receive from the food bank? Well, you can be ashamed if you want. What are you going to do when you've got no fruit? Here I have a cheap can, but it's full up of fruit and... Oh, drooling! You said this is sugar syrup that I tipped on my phone. Good thing my phone's quite waterproof. There's low sugar. These budget versions, they have low quality fruit, but pretty good quality. I wouldn't say it's bad quality. So I haven't had too much of a wash of my face, as I don't want to touch my face in case it conducts the COVID more efficiently. I doubt it will. See how I haven't got many black spots anywhere? No skin conversions by COVID virus connection. So I have tried not to touch my face, though it does happen. The eruptions are stress. We have a lot of stressors. When I bunch up my skin, it looks like I'm a fat ass. You know, I haven't eaten fat, not so recent. Long time. I was wondering how long will this camera keep recording, so I'm just gonna sit around being a dumb shit and enjoy the content of long recording. I don't know if anyone has stuff about what my life is doing. Get yourself a long cup and chamomile tea. Helps you relax in the evenings. I leave my tea in. That's what my mum used to do. I even found that if I had a too hot drink and the planet was too global warming, I could put my cup in the freezer, bring it out when it's iced tea, let it sit around a bit. The flies won't land on it because they hate the cold. It's a hint about flies. Put frozens out, they'll be fucking pissed off. You know, the summer just gone. I had all these bottles of water. Now this guy, who looks a bit like me now, but he was way balder, he was a sucker. He took his metformin pills and believed in the diabetes lying curse. And guess what? They say that you get high blood pressure. See how I'm getting all red on my face? They call that high blood pressure. No, I just need to eat more greens. That's all it is. You get red-blooded. What a pity. You know, also I'm reflecting red light because my shirt's red. But I'd make any excuse. I had nearly had no sleep. I worry a lot about being sick. I worry a lot about all these invasive creatures. There have been a bunch of monkeys trying some monkey business all my life. Even around here. Since I've been living alone, I've gone grey. Don't ask me why. I know the answer. It's called de-evolution. So, if you can maintain your charge, the positronic charge, that's life. If you can maintain it, you will be healed. What happens is everything turns into energy. And I mean everything. You smoke, turns into energy. You drink, turns into energy. You breathe farts, you breathe fresh air, you breathe anything, turns into energy. Everything in turns into energy. You ask a flower, what happens when it gets water? What happens when it gets sunbeams? What happens when it touches its feet in the soil? Soaks up nitrogen. So it all becomes life. So with us, we put food in us and it turns into matter. Kind of breaks down the solids and produces energy. And the energy converts into matter when it slows down. So what's with the plants? They reach up for energy and they convert it into matter as well. How do they convert it? It's just the excretion of being. The more you slow down, the more you solidify. If you've been here a while, you will solidify more. And you're turning into stone. How do I know? Well, there's this stuff called quartz. There's a type of calcium. There's a gold seam through that stuff. They've been chasing the seam. If you find any quartz, look for the mineralization. Because that could be gold or iron. It can either make you a car company if you find iron, or if you've got gold, you could become a god. But I don't think God's not jealous. I reckon he'll kick your ass because he's living inside the sun. He can't be destroyed. Jesus had to trap him in the sun because we're all afraid that he will burn us. One day God will be so hot and burny that the sun will explode and he'll be set free as a dragon. And once that happens, he's going to laugh his ass off and come down and eat us all. But those are the saints will be ascended into the clouds because they will become light. But the dark will hide under the shoes, hide under the things in the caves. You'll go down in the caves and you will hide, tremble in fear. But the dragon eats the earth and all the little wiggly worms, little cockroaches, little black niggers that hide underground. He's going to eat you all. And the only way to get up in the clouds is you have to ascend your light. You have to become the light of the world. Not the nag of the world. Well, you know what goes underfoot? Charcoal. But what about gold? Why does gold go underneath? Why does it go down? Well, it has weight. but it only has middleweight, it doesn't have below weight. So middleweight goes down as far as 20 miles, but it doesn't go any further than that. I think that's about all you need to know about that thing.